Hi, OJ. Let me tell you this confession that still makes my skin crawl when I think about it. It is not one that I've shared very often, not because I don't want to, but because it feels like a curse to even speak about it. It all started after high school during one of the most confusing times in my life. I worked in a restaurant that served human meat. I had no idea what to do with myself after high school. My parents were anchors, always there to guide me. But life has a cruel way of shaking things up. First, my mom passed away. Then, as if that wasn't enough, my dad followed shortly. I was left alone, dazed and drowning in grief. With no one to tend to, I had to figure things out on my own. They left me their house, but a house can't feed you or give you a purpose. I tried volunteering, hoping it would lead to something meaningful, but honestly, it felt hollow. Without them, even purpose felt like an illusion. So I attempted to run a fast food shop, thinking it would be my breakthrough. It wasn't, OJ. I failed woefully. With what little I had left, I packed up and moved to the city, thinking maybe a fresh start would save me. I rented a tiny apartment for a few months and sold off whatever I had for extra cash. Then began the grueling hunt for a job. I handed out CVs everywhere, restaurants, retail shops, offices. I met someone during that time, a girl with a big dream like mine. We teamed up briefly, but she had a boyfriend in the city, and soon she drifted away. I was alone again. OJ, days turned into weeks, and my money was evaporating. Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, I got a call from a restaurant. They needed a waiter. Desperation made a decision for me. The interview was bizarre. No real questions, no contracts. Just a verbal agreement and a start date. Something felt off, but I didn't have the luxury to be picky. The work was brutal. The restaurant was always packed, and the pace was relentless. My body ached every night, but oddly enough, I started to feel something. A silver of purpose, maybe. But there was this one room, the cold room, that always piqued my curiosity. It had the sign that said, authorized personnel only, and only the head chef ever went inside. He kept the keys on him at all times, like it held the secret to the universe. I'd never dared to peek. Months passed, and I started settling into the routine. The staff were very friendly, the food amazing, and I even started to forget about the mysterious room. But then, strange things began to happen. Waiters would quit out of the blue without any word or warning. 5 of them vanished during my time there. It made no sense. The job was tough, sure, but you were paid decently and got free meals. Who just disappears like that? Then one day, everything changed. The head chef accidentally left the cold room door open. My curiosity got the better of me and I peeked inside. What I saw, OJ, I still wished I could unsee it. It's at this point that I would ask that you subscribe to the channel, share a comment, and like the story, because that is the only way you encourage me to bring you more stories and confessions. Please subscribe. Let's go. On the steel table, there was a human leg. A human leg. Lifeless, pale, unmistakably real. The head chef stood there with a knife, calmly preparing to cut into it, like it was just another slab of meat. I froze, OJ. My mind was screaming at me to run, but my legs felt like they were glued to the floor. I backed away slowly, trying to make a sound, but the manager caught me. His face twisted with anger. as he demanded to know what I was doing. I stammered, trying to come up with an excuse, but he wasn't having it. He grabbed my hand, his voice low and threatening. He dragged me towards a room I didn't even know existed. My heart was pounding, every instinct in me screaming to escape. As he opened the door, I wrenched free from his grip and ran. I didn't look back, OJ. I didn't care where I was going. I just ran. When I got home, I locked every door and window. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. My mind kept replaying what I saw in that room. I wanted to tell someone, anyone, but who would believe me? The restaurant wasn't serving just food. They were serving people, human meat. And I had been eating it, feeding it to others. A week passed before I finally confided in a friend. But before I could finish, something changed. I couldn't speak. My words wouldn't come out, and my hearing faded. Since that day, I've been trapped in a silence, haunted by nightmare and visions I can't explain. OJ, I don't know how much time I have left. The dreams are getting worse, and I feel like I'm being watched. Writing this here is my last hope. Maybe someone will believe me. Maybe someone will stop them. Or maybe it's already too late. Here's another confession of a hookup girl who is vomiting dollars every day. All in search of money. The root of all evil.